getting the body strong and powerful, yet flexible and mobile. We are going to start off with the breath, because the breath is where we bring energy in the body. So we're just going to take our feet about hip width apart. Balance. Remember, we're focusing on this area in the lower abdomen. In Tai Chi, Qigong, this area is called your lower dantian. Connecting to the ground, so you're strong and stable through the ground, but also lifting and keeping that spine long and tall. Just pop your hands on your belly actually and just focus on following the breath, not doing anything in particular, so not changing the way you're breathing, just following the breath down into that center of your body. And what you may notice is as you breathe in, because the diaphragm is coming down, that will push the belly out a little bit. And as you breathe out, the belly will just come towards the spine a little bit more. So we're not having to physically do anything with these abdominal muscles. It's just being aware. Centering yourself, bringing that focus down into your center. Each new breath is bringing fresh oxygen, fresh energy into the body, fueling the body, preparing yourself for our little movement practice today. Follow a couple more breaths, just normal, easy breaths in and out through the nose. And now you're just going to place your hands on those lower ribs, make sure the shoulders are relaxed. And notice as you breathe in, the ribs expanding out to the side, so laterally. And as you breathe out, the ribs just softening back into the body. And here we'll just add a little guidance to the breath. So we're just going to increase the volume a little bit. We're going to slow the breath down and increase the volume. So we're taking a fuller, deeper breath. And I'll do it with you. So we'll breathe into the ribs. Nice and slow. Little pause at the top and then breathe out. And you can breathe out just gently out through the mouth, almost as if you're blowing out a candle. It's like a clearing breath, like a release breath. Now again, remember this is a breathing practice. It's not that we're going to be breathing like this all of the time. We're slowing the breath so we're not over breathing, and we're just using that mouth exhale not as a deflation but almost as a clearing or releasing breath. So think of it as a releasing, deliberate, active out breath. So let's do that again. Just breathe into those lower ribs, let them expand. And then use your hands just to slow, deep breathing in through the nose. Expand, slight pause, and then one more time. Slow, deep breathing in. Little pause and good. And now just relax the hands by the side. So the fact that we're slowing the breath down, we're still taking a fuller breath, and we're taking a fuller, deeper breath, is we're activating those breathing muscles, but we're not over breathing. It's not as if we're doing fast breathing or hyperventilating. If we slow the breath down and use that deliberate exhale to clear the breath, clear any tension, physical tension, emotional tension, just allow that deliberate exhale as an out breath. Good. Now let's just bend the knees and let's just do a little bit of shaking. So the heels are going into the ground. Just let the wrists shake. And again, we're going to use that exhale as a release, an idea of just releasing any tension, preparing ourselves for some nice, strong, powerful, fluid, flowing movements. So you're breathing in through the nose and almost like a sigh out. In through the nose and in through the nose, let whole vibration through the body, and one more time, in through the nose, and good, and then just rest there. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. Qigong style practice. Again, I'm not a Qigong coach. I'm not teaching Qigong, but these types of movement, these slow, fluid, flowing movements are great for building strength, power, flexibility, fluid movement through the body for whatever exercise, whatever practice you do. So we're going to take the feet now about shoulder width apart, little bend in the knees. We're going to start the movement from our center. So we're going to start rotating from the hips. Now I'm going to mirror you, so we're going to rotate to the right. You can look, have a little look behind you, and then come back to center and rotate to the left. Have a little look. Back to center, rotate to the right, have a little look behind that shoulder, rotate to the left, have a little look behind the shoulder. All the time, your center of gravity is really connected, so you're really grounded through the feet, and it's important that you keep this spine long, because what we're working on is imagining each of the vertebrae, creating space through each of the vertebrae as you rotate. So hips go, lower back goes, upper back goes, shoulders go, and you just have a little look behind. You come back to center. Rotate to the right, hips go, lower backs go, lower back even, you only have one, and upper back and neck. If you're down here, can't get that rotation. So keep tall, grounded, connect those energies to the ground, to the sky, rotate, have a little look. And as you know, all of this movement is not forced. There's no strain, there's no pain. It's all about fluid, efficient moving. So the breathing, keep that breathing easy in and out through the nose. If you hold the breath unintentionally or strain, you've gone too far. So if you can just get to there. Now let's bring some arm, let's speed it up a little bit and just let those arms start to swing. And as the arms swing, they just hit that lower abdomen, lower back. So I'll just show you from the back. There, you're just swinging. So again, we're really focusing on rotation, movement starting from the waist, from the hips, from that center, and then rippling through the body, moving through the body. So the arms are just swinging because you're creating that rotation through the hips. You can let the head go with it if you want to, or just keep an easy focus in front. But really keep the knees bent a little bit, So you're working from the hips and keep the spine tall, so you're really getting rotation through the spine. Really just settle into that fluid movement. Breathing easy in and out through the nose. Leading from the hips. Really connecting to the feet to the ground, so you're really stable through both sides of the body. We're not shifting weight side to side. Really ground yourself through the feet. Keep the spine long and tall. And then slow it down. Slow it down, just let the arms float. And just imagine you're in water. It's almost like you're just rippling water in front and behind you, keeping tall through the spine. And then just let the arms rest by the side. Bring your feet in and just take a moment now to feel that movement, the tingling, the energy running through the body. Connect to the ground. Lengthen up and connect to the sky. Grounded, lifted. We're going to continue to work on rotation, and this time we're really going to use the legs as well, so this is really going to help strengthen the legs. So we go quite wide on our stance. You can rest your hands just gently on the top of the thighs, and you tilt you slide the hips back, tilt the rib cage forward, tilt the torso forward, so you tilt forwards. I'll just show you from the side. So from there, you're tall there, you slide your hips back, so you're just tilted forwards like this. And then you use the hips a little bit and you rotate, and again you look behind, breathing, come back to center. The other way, rotate and look behind. Come back to center, rotate and look behind. Come back to center, rotate and look behind. Keep going, and I'll just face the front again. Balance, bend in the knees. Rotate. Rotate. So not too much of a weight shift. We're not shifting weight. We're keeping strong again through these legs. You're just rotating the spine and the neck. And again, you're keeping breathing easy, breathing in and out through the nose. Pushing down through the legs, really grounded. Rotate. Spine staying long. Let's do one more each side. Legs are feeling really strong. Back to center, come back up, and then just walk the feet to comfortable standing. Shake out the legs if you need to shake out the legs, shake out the hands if you need to shake out the hands. We've worked there on rotation of the spine, so now we'll work on extension and flexion. And again, we did this last week. A lot of people enjoyed this one that we did last week. Is the cat-cow yoga style movement, but just in a standing posture. So we go wider feet, again shoulder width. We give a little bit of bend in the knee. Hands up there, light fists. As you extend, it's almost like, imagine you've got a band and you're just pulling a band down each side. You can look up and then you flex, palms in, tuck the pelvis, tuck the rib cage. Keep the knees bent so when you extend, I'll just show you from the side, you're sticking your bum out. We're not pushing the hips forwards. We're not doing like a back bend like that. You're extending and contracting. Extending. And again, keep the breathing easy. So no holding of breath, no forcing, constant movement. And you can add some coordination of the breath with this. So you can breathe in and you can breathe out. And we can take slightly fuller breaths if you want to. So if you just want to breathe light and easy with this, then breathe light and easy with it. If it feels good to, take a fuller breath. And if it feels good to, even if it's just a couple of those. So do what feels good to you. If it feels, if you want to let go and like, then let that breath out. But not too many big full breaths, because we don't want to overbreathe. We don't want to start to feel dizzy, lightheaded. Just bring the breath back to easy, soft, rhythmical breathing in and out through the nose. Extend and flex. You can squeeze the glutes, squeeze the bum, extend and flex. And then just take a little break there. The important thing to focus on that one is making sure that you're not just compressing when you tilt the pelvis back. You're not just compressing that lower spine and bending back like that. Is that you're extending. So actually start the extension, if you like, from the mid back here, so from the thoracic spine. Lift the sternum up, so you're lengthening and extending. So we're not just tightening this lower back. And of course, if you've got any back problems, don't force it. Again, really just modify these movements to what is comfortable for you. It's not about killing yourself. It's not about no pain, no gain. There should be no pain whatsoever. Okay, give the legs a little bit of a shake again. Now what we're going to do is some of the single leg balance. So bring your feet a little bit closer together. We're going to balance on I'll mirror you, so we're going to balance on the left leg. If you balance on the left leg, you're going to bend the knee of the right leg and lift the right leg up. What you're also going to do is bring the arms to a position like that. And as you balance on the right leg, you're going to push forwards. Sorry, I'm mirroring you. If you balance on the left leg, you're going to push forwards with the left arm, pull back with the right. So it's like you're punching forwards, pulling back. So you're rotating through the spine. We're not hoiking this hip too much. So you're balancing and then you come back down, balance, and obviously swap sides. So push, rotate through the spine. Slow, 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 slow. Push, pull. Slow, 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 slow. Soft foot landing. Push, pull. Nice, slow, smooth, rhythmical. Again, feel that rotation through the spine. We're just adding that balancing now on one leg. Soft, balance, soft, balance. Make sure you're rotating through that upper body, so shoulders rotate. There, my right shoulder is forwards, left shoulder back. I'm mirroring you there. So left shoulder forwards, right shoulder back. Balance. 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 Couple more. Strong through that stabilizing leg. Straight through that stabilizing leg. Keep the crown lifted. So all the time we're focusing on grounding and lifting. Counterbalancing. Energy into the ground. Energy lifted up to the sky. Good. Bring your feet back to a comfortable standing position. Just take a moment actually just to stand there, feel the stillness, feel how the body's feeling. Lengthen upwards, nice and tall through the spine. Close your eyes a second. Good, and then just bring your focus back. Take a wider stance. We've been doing a lot of work on push and pull. What I want to do is, we don't necessarily need to have an object to push and pull. You can actually do it to yourself. So what I want you to do is just pop the hands together, so palm on palm, and just push into it. So you're actually just creating some tension or a contraction, an isometric contraction, a hold, just pushing in. Shoulders are down, spine is long, you're just pushing those palms together. And then just swap the other way around, so you're just pushing your palms together. So you're breathing easy, and you can use as much or as little resistance. A little bit of give in the knees so we're not locked. And then back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a slight shift. So you're going to push, I'm going to mirror you with your left hand, and it just pushes you to the other side. And then you're going to push with your right hand, and it pushes you to the left. And then you're going to push with your left hand, so a little bit of rotation. So you're pushing, you're giving yourself resistance, but you're also giving yourself a push to the other side. So again, it's nice for spine rotation, but also that little bit of resistance. So you don't need a floor or weights just to actually add some resistance for that push for that upper body. And if you want, you can go a little bit wider, and you can actually shift the weight a little bit as you push. So I'm shifting, going over to the right, push back, shift the weight, opposite side. The elbow can float up a little bit. Again, push, straighten the arm that you're pushing with, back to center. And again, push, back to center, push. You can swap the palms around and push and push, and then back to center. So if some of the crawling that we've been doing and the pushing on the floor is quite challenging, you can do stuff like that just to really get the upper body working and the rotation working. Okay, let's do our little sequence now to finish off with the squat, the crawl, and the press. Again, you can modify this, so we can go all the way down to the floor, or you can literally just do step forwards, step back, or you could do step forwards, step back, step forwards, step back. So you could use a little push as you come forwards on that squat. So first of all, let's just work on the squat. So a comfortable hip width apart, knees are gliding over the toes. Use the hands, so it's like sliding down, comfortable depth. Weight onto the hands, roll back, sit into that squat position, float back up. You can bring the arms over the head and then down. Little rock forwards, heels can come off the ground. Push back, push the heels, come back up, slide down. Rock, come back up. Arms float up again. If you can comfortably get to here, that's fine. You can then just let the arms float back up. So just where you can get to comfortably, where the breathing is easy, you're breathing in and out through the nose. Keep going, I'll show you from the side. So we can just go to here, slight tilt forwards, hips glide back, arms float back up. Or if we can get a little bit deeper, deep, then float back up. Or if we can get all the way down to the ground, then you can pop your hands on the ground, you can rock forwards, rock back, balance, come back up. Let's do 2 more. So just to your comfortable place, rock forwards, rock back, come back up, arms floating up, sink down, balance, rock forwards, keep in this squat position, push up through the heels and take a little rest there. Good. Little bit of a shake out. And then we'll just finish off with the squat, the crawl, and if you can, we do the press at the end of that. So I'm going to show you from the side, I'll show you first, and then we will do it together. So we'll start with the right hand. So I'm reaching down with my right hand, I'm there. I'm then stepping the left hand forwards, I'm stepping the right hand forwards. From there I'm just giving a little press, pushing back up, pushing on the heel of the left hand. I'm coming back into that squat position, heel of the right hand, I'm in a comfortable squat position, then I'm coming back up. So let's do that together. Start with that right hand. So lower your center of gravity, hips slide back, right hand, step forwards with the left hand. It's like a cat stalking its prey. Right hand, little bit of a push, back up, heel of the left hand, heel of the right hand, come all the way back up. Let's go left hand first now. So hips slide back, lowering your center of gravity. Left hand touches the ground. Right hand steps forwards. Left hand steps a little bit further forwards. Shift that weight forwards. Push. Heel of the hand. Heel of the hand. Nice squat position. Come back up. Let's do 1 more each side. So step down with the right hand, left hand. Now what you can do is you can just stay there. You don't have to do the push. Then you can push back, come back up. So if that push is really challenging, again, this is hard work, but it shouldn't be strained and stressful. Left hand, right hand. You can step forward, you can add a press if you want to, or just stay there. You're not throwing yourself back. Balance. Come back up. Good. Give yourself a little bit of a shake out. And again, if that's really challenging, if you've got a wall, you can squat, right hand, left hand, push back. Squat, left hand, right hand, push back. Keep that smooth, fluid movement. If you've got a surface that's safe to lean on, a kitchen surface or something like that, that's not going to slide, right hand, and then push back up. Good. Give the arms a little bit of a shake. Again, just that little bit of vibration through the body. Bring your hands to your belly. Bring your feet together. And just take a moment now just to let the breath settle. Just to bring your attention back to the breath. There's a lot of work going on there. So it'll take a little while just to let the breath calm. And if you do have some time now, you could spend a few more minutes doing a meditation or relaxation, or just give yourself a moment just to then go to your next event of what you're up to today. Thanks very much for your time. This will be on the training portal as a playback, so do go on the training portal if you're registered there, watch the playback. Leave any questions, leave any comments, leave any feedback, and then I'll know how we can develop these practices for you all. What works for you, what doesn't work for you, what you'd maybe like to look at in the weeks ahead. Thanks for your time, thanks for your attention, have a great day, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.